Bum, 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 bum. Welcome back, my friends. Try to do more of a, like a deep, high pressure song for you, my friends. Today's topic, I guess I should introduce the show. Welcome to BjjBrick Quick. My name is Byron. This is your quick jiu-jitsu podcast. No pressure, my friends, on the podcast side of things. But today I'm talking about a topic that I do have a pretty strong opinion about, and it's different than most. Is pressure a submission? And to spoil it, I'm going to say no. It's not a submission. And I'm not trying to say that I never have tapped to pressure. And I'm also not going to say that I won't tap to pressure. So I just my whole argument fall apart. No, there's some nuance to this. And I talked about at the beginning of the week here, I am pretty sure, looking back, Renato Tavares tapped me with the pressure. I know I have tapped to training partners with pressure before. And I don't know when the last time it was that I tapped to pressure. But you know what? I keep training. Somebody's going to tap me with pressure. That's fine. Is it a submission? Here's why. I mean, you could say yes, people tap to it. They ask me, and I've got lots of people to tap from pressure. My best pressure is what I described in the second episode this week about the compression of the balloon. That has gotten many people to tap. But looking back, I don't think it's really I don't even want to say good submission. It's not a real submission as far as what jiu-jitsu is. So let's just take off the whole size thing, because obviously if you're bigger, you can apply a little bit more pressure, but a lot of pressure is technique. And so somebody who is a lot smaller, they have to respect the fact that they can get pressured by somebody who's bigger. But you can also pressure bigger people. It's just a little bit more difficult. So my coach, Jake Fox, he enjoys tapping people with pressure. And I tell him that's not a real submission. And he says, what are you talking about? This guy was a brown belt or a purple belt or whatever, black belt. And they tapped from the pressure. Yeah, but it's not a real submission, Jake. It's not a real submission. So here's why I say this. As long as it's not pressure, pick your favorite submission. Just think of it in your mind. I guess mine's going to be rear naked choke. But yours could, whatever. Pick that submission. Okay? Now pick, let's just say Gordon Ryan. The best no-gi grappler ever. You could argue it, but currently, whatever. Gordon Ryan. Okay? If Gordon Ryan does nothing to defend, could I apply my rear naked choke and put him to sleep? If he just sits there, I get his back, he's not even defending with his hands. He's like, okay, here's how Byron does a rear naked choke. And I do it, and he never even tries to defend it. I'll put him to sleep every time. I'm not bragging here that a undefended neck with no attempt at defense is going to put someone to sleep. I don't care who it is. I guess that's why I pick him or pick anybody. Does your submission you picked do that? If Gordon Ryan were to just give you an arm bar, let you extend it, let you hip into it, would it break his arm? Yeah. Would it break his leg if you did a heel hook? Sure. That's what these submissions are. They work. Now, granted, we're not doing that to these people who are really good at jiu-jitsu. But an undefended, legitimate submission would work on anybody. I don't care. You get a kid out of kids class and put him on Gordon Ryan's back and let Gordon Ryan demonstrate how the kid could actually apply a choke, and he'll put him to sleep. That's why these are submissions. Okay. You know where this is going, my friend. If Gordon Ryan were to lay there on the mat and I were to apply the most amount of pressure I possibly could, with him not doing any sort of defense, I doubt he'd bat an eye. He can care less. That's why I say it's not a real submission. It's not something that you could land on somebody who is able to deal with it. How do you deal with a choke? How do you deal with a Kimura with your arm being cranked behind your back? You can't. With pressure, having never trained with him, there's no way I could tap him with pressure. If he just lays there and relaxes, he's going to be fine. I can't apply, and I can apply a decent amount of pressure. It's just not going to be there. And that's the core of my argument, that pressure is not a legitimate submission. Now, please, if you are getting smashed, if your ribs are in danger of breaking, if you just want to reset the match or the roll, tap to pressure. I can care less. If someone's had pressure on you for 5 seconds or 4 minutes and it's not fun anymore and you can't escape, you're more than welcome to tap. I would tap the same. Like I don't know what my time is after a couple minutes of pure pressure. It appears you're not trying to submit me with the actual submission. This sucks. I'm here for fun. Let's reset. I don't think anything less of anybody who taps to pressure, but it's not a real submission. Hope you've enjoyed the podcast. Go to patreon.com if you want to support the show. We're on a march to $1,000. Man, $100 a month, which seems a lot smaller than $1,000 a month. Once the show gets to $100 support a month, I'll be doing a show every day. So we'll add the weekends to the mix. And you'll get your BjjBrick quick every day of the week. We need you to do this. Need your help. And there you go. Guys, I hope you have a great day and stay sweaty, my friends.